From ruin comes strength. From silence, a new voice rises. Egypt had known glory, and it had known collapse. The pyramids stood silent, monuments to gods and kings, but the throne was empty. Fields turned barren, provinces rebelled, and the Nile, once a river of life, carried whispers of famine and despair. For more than a century, Egypt walked in darkness, an empire broken, a kingdom forgotten. Yet history teaches us this: from dust, the great rise again. Around 2050 BCE, in the deserts of Thebes, a leader emerged. Not born in the splendor of Memphis, but forged in the fires of civil war. Mentuhotep II, the restorer, the unifier, the bringer of order. With steel and faith, he reclaimed the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt, bound once more under one crown. He healed the nation, not with monuments of stone, but with unity, discipline, and resolve. And so began the Middle Kingdom, Egypt's age of rebirth. Thebes became the heart of a new Egypt. Temples rose again. Fields flourished under the blessing of a revived Nile. Justice returned, carved not just in stone, but in the hearts of a people rediscovering hope. Pharaoh ruled not as a distant god-king, but as a shepherd of the nation, protector of the weak, judge of the wicked, father of the land. A new order, a new vision, a new Egypt. Then came the kings who turned rebirth into empire. Amenemhat I, the strategist, a ruler bold enough to build a capital from nothing, Ichitawi, center of power, symbol of renewal. Yet even kings know betrayal. Amenemhat fell by assassins' blades. His death echoed through time, remembered in ancient texts whispering warnings of treachery. But Egypt did not fall, because destiny had chosen another. Senuseret I, warrior of the south, conqueror of Nubia, guardian of the Nile's borders. Under his reign, fortresses rose, trade flourished, pyramids returned, not as grand tombs of vanity, but as symbols of stability and tradition, reborn. And after him came Senuseret III, a king whose name struck fear across lands. His campaigns carved Egypt's power deep into Nubia and beyond. Warrior, builder, legend. Some even whispered he was a god in life. But Egypt's greatness was not only in stone or steel. It lived in thought, in article, in words. This era gave birth to philosophers and poets, to wisdom texts that shaped a civilization's soul. Be humble, be just, for the righteous shall flourish. This was not merely a kingdom of conquest, but a kingdom of wisdom. A people once starved of hope now drank deeply from the well of rebirth. Engineers carved canals that tamed the Nile's floods. Farmers turned desert dust into life. Scribes recorded knowledge. Priests restored ancient rites. And the gods smiled once more upon the two lands. Egypt stood again, proud, unbroken, eternal. A phoenix risen from its ashes of sand. But even the brightest dawn holds a quiet warning. Borders stretched thin. Enemies watched from distant dunes. And beyond the horizon, new forces stirred. Whispers of foreign kings. strangers from the east, and a name that would soon carve fear into Egyptian stone, the Hyksos. But that story belongs to another chapter. The Middle Kingdom was more than rebirth. It was the soul of Egypt rediscovered, a time when kings ruled with wisdom, when artists shaped eternity, when the Nile sang again. Monuments may crumble, rulers may fall, but the spirit of rebirth, that endures. For Egypt taught us this: to live again is not to simply rise, but to rise wiser, stronger, and eternal. The Middle Kingdom, not just the return of Egypt, but the rebirth of civilization itself.